Christian Cox, former Ute, David Nixon, former Cougar. We learned a little something about these Utes on Friday night, didn't we?
Right. When was the last time you saw a Utah team overcome a 14-point deficit and win on a game-winning play?
And I've been impressed, and they continue to finish week in and week out in these games, and here they find themselves undefeated.
It's been since probably 2008 against Oregon State. So let's go to the tape. Utah started out with 12 plays, 58 yards rushing, really throwing it down the throats of USC. Let's look at how Zach Moss did that.
Well, you'll continue to see this theme play out throughout the game, but Zach Moss, 90 yards rushing, does a fantastic job. But you're going to see USC's linebackers, their fits just aren't quite there. And Zach Moss, with the vision he has, realizes that the safety / outside linebackers is out of position. He's not filling the hole. You see the D in, he's got the outside leverage, so the safety has to fill that hole. Instead, Zach Moss sees it, hits it, and the backer's too late, the middle backer's too late to get over. It's an easy run.
And this offensive line is really what dominated the game the entire way, and that's where you saw them have success on these fourth downs. But moving over to the next set here, you saw a lot of issues with linebackers filling, and why was USC get 100 yards in the first half? Let's take a closer look as to why.
Well, we saw a turf monster, a sniper was in the crowd. We don't know what was going on. But Peter T, you're going to see he's usually playing defensive end. We see an instance where he's now back off the line playing linebacker. I think that might be the confusion. But Utah has a great slant going on here, which in the run game can always provide an advantage. But you see right here, Peter T goes down, puts his head down. You've got to see what you hit. You've got to be able to see guys coming through the gap, because the pulling tackle comes across and actually kicks out Chase Hansen.
Yeah.
So Peter T goes in, and you see him, he just falls.
Yeah, and he's usually playing D-end. When you have a guy crossing your face as a guard, usually you take their knee out, and when you're playing defense, he just completely whiffs, and that's why he breaks a 50-yard gain, and you give up 100 yards in the first half.
And when you're playing a team like USC, you've got to make sure every one of your guys are in the right fits, because they've got the talent and the skill position to break a big one if you're not.
Yeah, but something that was a little different, right? The offense wasn't playing conservative. You saw Coach Whittingham go for it on fourth down, getting 2 crucial fourth down drives. And let's take a look at how these big uglies dominated the line of scrimmage.
And I tell you what, Kyle Whittingham, what guts to go for it on fourth down. Where's Kyle Whittingham? What have you done with him? But this is one instance where the Utah offensive line just dominates. Look at the left side of the line. They're 3-4 yards down the field. USC's defensive line had no chance, and this is why you go for it on fourth down. Kyle Whittingham, his coaches, seat up in the press box, and they're calling it down. Listen, we've got the hogs. Let's push them.
That's 3 yards downfield the other way. Usually you'll have a cut block come from this the defensive line, so there's no movement. But the O-line deserves all the credit, and Armand Shine running through these lanes. But let's take a look at the final play here from Tim Patrick, from Troy Williams. Definite chemistry that exists between these two, but let's take a closer look at as to why this play even came about.
Man, this is fun stuff to watch. What you're going to see is you got both outside, the defensive end is going to get just murdered, boom, by the offensive line. And then you see another pancake block coming. So the pass protection, as you see, plenty enough time for Troy Williams. But beyond that, you're just putting these USC guys on their butt. And it's fun to watch Utah take these supposedly great athletes from USC and just punk them.
Yeah, and they were playing with a lot more physicality. These linebackers didn't play a little deep enough, but a perfect throw to Tim Patrick, touchdown, game over.